there, partner.
Edit and do that sort of stuff.
Oh, he's got Johnny in the background. That's kind of sick.
I know.
I will not give him credit for that live, unless he can hear me.
Turner Eugene, you there?
You hear me?
Oh, there you are.
There you go. Yeah.
Alrighty. All right.
Good.
We're
Where
gonna
you
start
at?
it up.
My dad's
Dr. Pepper. I thought it was A&M.
DP. Wow.
and Coke, baby.
We're
Mixy.
rocking and rolling. Book coming in cold. Me and Kev warmed up the pipes a little bit, waiting for old Turner Eugene. But we're back. Boog me, Kev Cali. We're here. Boog, a little disrespectful. Drinking the Coke in a DP shirt.
I've been off the DP train for quite a while. Only really get my sodas from McDonald's and just been all Coke lately, honestly. But,
Wow. McD's Coke.
oh yeah.
There's just nothing better. Jayland tried to tell me Coke wasn't even a top 5 soda. I think I already said that, but I'm like,
That would have been the conversation ender. I mean,
exactly. We'll wrap this up. But what you guys been up to since it's been a few weeks? We got a crazy little rainstorm coming in. Kev, you back at school?
Yeah, we got cut short today. Had to leave, or like we had kindergarten got ushered out from like 1 to 1:30, and then first grade to fifth grade was departure 1:30 to 2. And then after that, after like for us, like I just posted up at a room. And so when they came down, they'd be like, all right, 1:26, and be like, all right, go to Coach Cali. And then I'll take them out. And then once that room was done, you were good. And then you had to go to the principal though and be like, hey, is there anything else? Like you couldn't just bounce. So you had to check in, see if there's anything that we needed to do. But my room was like the last one. So I was, but no, it ended up being perfect because if there was any other like maybe little errands, they were sweeped away. And so I was just chilling. Yeah. I had a little first grader with me, kind of chatting it up a little bit, you know. I was clearly entertained, but yeah, I was fine. And then once the whole hall cleared out, I was like, this is ideal. But yeah, so chilling, but yeah, I don't know what's happening. I know right now we're storming pretty good, but I mean, definitely inside. So at least class wise for me, perfect coming off a break, right back into it. We're chilling. Kids are a little rowdy today, but it's all right.
Was this the first day back? Or
Day
you
two.
said day 2.
We came back, yeah.
Yeah, those coming back after break, I feel like the kids are always
especially Christmas, bro.
Exactly.
Longest break of the year. It's school year take 2, man. They forget all the basics. You just gotta re-rack them through.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. You guys got off early because of rain. I mean, it
was national storm because like we got emails and stuff, and so once that happened, it's like okay, then you got to. But I was just like, huh, like I never really even saw or heard anything. Like I mean, I guess I don't really check the weather all that often, but I'm just hearing rain, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, I mean, short day. Who knows what they could do tomorrow? Like if it's supposed to be bad all day, maybe I don't know, but yeah, emails
class, baby.
Yeah, if that happens, dude. I could go off on a total tangent on that versus Missouri, bro. When I was the Blue Ridge, just that 1 year I worked there, dude. I mean, just snow buckets coming down. Get going. We're gonna warm the roads at 6 a.m. Everybody, we're there. We're good. Had like maybe 2 snow outs, I think, or just 1. If we get a California rain out, oh my god, dude, who wants to golf or something? Because it ain't gonna rain.
Good. Yeah, that's the thing. California, every time they say it's gonna rain, I mean, right now, like you said, it's kind of cooking, but during the day it was like wet, but nothing bad, nothing cancel worthy. I mean, these are the best days in school. I was itching for rainy days.
I mean, it's definitely just an easy day. Like everyone's mood is just kind of mellowed out because like, all right, this is it. So like, kids could get testy, could get feisty, But for the most part, I can imagine in the classroom if everyone's chilling, then it's usually okay. But yeah, they had a huge. I walked in. There's like 70 kindergartners like doing I don't know if you got like a go noodle. Basically, it's like a little dance along video, and they're all dancing along to this thing like it's like their lunch recess. They got to do something, so they just threw this up, and they're just dancing around, and like then there's this like little kid just trying to munch an apple. I'm just like, this is awesome. Like my office is right there, so like, oh coach, and I'm like hugging a couple kids. I'm like, just go play, man. I gotta eat. You gotta play. This is like, come on, let me just Euro my way through here. But oh man, dude, it's a good time though. But yeah, like you said, dude, rainy days are always like usually pretty sick.
I know we kind of talked about it earlier, but best rainy day game, Heads Up 7-Up, no questions asked.
Ooh, and it takes up time, baby. When kids have to sit and like, oh, there's 5 kids. Yeah, it takes a minute, and I just let it go. Just no timeouts left. Just let that clock go, baby.
Do you ever catch kids lying in that game? I feel like we would always have liars, and the teacher would just let it go. Like, fuck, if no one's gonna say anything, like, let it go.
Dude, it's so crazy that you just mentioned that because I feel like I saw it for the first time today as a teacher, and it was from kids that I did not think it was going to be happening, but I'm like, hey, these kids want to win, and I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. Yeah, because every time, like because I really explained the points because all of them forgot how to play, so I knew I had to re-explain everything, and then they're like, oh yeah. So, and then once I re-explained it, kids understood like, oh, if they guess wrong, we win,
right?
So they got to tap everybody, but then it's like, no, but they're like, no, and they're kind of like. I'm like, yo, hey, no, I'm like, team one, if you're not honest, this game is over.
Exactly.
Automatic. Leon Bilal, but I'm giving it to Bilal. Team 2, you win. Team 1, Sandal. Never again. You will not be picked. Hands down.
Never again.
But yeah, dude. But no, I suspected it for the first time. But as a kid, I felt like I never did it. But when I saw it from the little kids, I'm like, what in this morning? Everybody got some good Christmas, huh? Trying to get some more W's.
Boog, were you the kid that was lying in Heads Up 7-Up as a kid, or were you an honest Abe? You don't have a lying face, honestly.
I remember playing that, but I wouldn't remember. Like if I played it again, I wouldn't know how to play it. I forgot about.
It's a classic.
Forgot about Heads Up.
We did that, and then 3rd grade we started playing poker for
oh wow.
We started betting like mini pencils. We had these things, got shut down by the Catholic school real quick. We got about 2 solid recesses in before they noticed what we were doing.
Oh, that's right, bro. You're St. Leo. I'm thinking you
St. Lucy's.
Lucy. Oh, that's right. Dang, that's right.
Your old stomp ground.
I know. God, the OG beginnings.
So good. Boog, what you been up to? Have you started your wintermester class? Was that this week?
Yeah, so I'm on day 2 as well, and this is honestly, it's like a short notice fight. That's kind of how I'm taking it. Just 3 weeks. I'm just it's day by day, and I like how the class is set up. I kind of got a late start today because watched the Ariel Hawani MMA awards, and then took a little nap, and then when I pop a bang, it's so hard not to play UFC 4 because I'm freaking banging chin. So yeah, I played a little bit today, but yeah, got most of it done.
Hell yeah! Is it like on your own, all like everything's on your own time? Like lectures are like just you and stuff like that. So you're just kind of nice.
Yeah, so there's no like set time. You have to like be on your computer to like do it all, but like everything's due date. Like there's something due every day. So like usually it's like a discussion and quiz. So yeah.
That's not bad. Sweet. Good stuff. Yeah, we got some rain. So if there is connectivity issues, I'm just gonna blame the rain today. So
yeah, I feel like it wasn't as bad as like they were saying on KTV, like this is gonna be a freaking monsoon. But
well, I think it's like supposed to be really bad today, like tonight, and then in tomorrow. But then it's supposed to get warm, so everything's supposed to loosen up. So they're afraid of like mudslides and stuff like that, I guess.
Oh fuck!
I don't really know. All I know is they told us to stay home for the rest of the week. I'm like, fucking can do. Can.
What?
Yeah. I mean, we
What?
have, I think it might be because we have one worker from Half Moon Bay.
Ooh.
And he was like, we were flooded in. Like there was a mud flat on one side, puddle on the other. Like, so yeah, I don't know. So I'm with it though. Fuck it. Let's go. But let's get into it. So I thought, I don't know about you guys. I thought with no UFC for a month, we were gonna be dry on UFC news, but it's been quite the opposite. The last couple days. So first, I guess the biggest thing is the Dana White classic Uncle Dana running his Power Slap League, which was set to debut. When was that debuting? Was that this month?
I'm not sure. I
If it
assume
hadn't
though.
already happened, yeah, I thought it was at latest February or
Okay,
honestly
yeah,
January.
on TBS. So uh, a good place to be, but he was caught on New Year's Eve slapping his wife as she slapped him first. Doesn't excuse anything. But yeah, so state of that Power Slap League is in limbo. He is now being called out by just about everyone for being the biggest hypocrite. He was on camera on what, like 2009, saying domestic violence is the one thing you don't come back from and things like that. And then here he is on his own, slapping his wife. So, where do you think, Boog? Where do you think he goes from here with the UFC? Do you think they do anything for a punishment with him, or do you think it kind of flies under the radar? I mean, one other big thing is it broke the same night as the Monday night football game. What's his name?
Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin. So
Cheese
pretty
up, baby.
right. Shit. Pretty good timing for them, for lack of a better word. But what do you think the UFC does, Boog?
Yeah, it's a tough situation, honestly, and on it like when you have a lot of enemies and like people that come for you, like this is the last thing that you want to happen. I'm not sure what the UFC is gonna do. I don't see them like firing him. Maybe a suspension, but like he's sometimes isn't there around for a while, so like
Right.
that wouldn't really be that much of a like discipline thing. But I mean, what he did was wrong. There's like you said, no excuse. But like I'm not on the team of like you make one mistake, you're done like forever, and like you should be punished and canceled and everything like that. Like he's gonna have to deal with it. He's gonna have to answer hard questions, but I think that I would lean towards they're not gonna do anything.
Right. And I think, like you said, he's sometimes not there for weeks at a time, anyways. But I think it also helped him that his wife came out and said her piece. They kind of, not a joint statement, but they've both already said something as the video came out. But yeah, Kev, what do you think they do, or what do you think they should do? Do you think there is a course of action they could take that makes sense?
I don't know, because kind of like you just said at the end there with like the wife of Dana kind of coming out with that statement, kind of how it's, I don't know, it just kind of makes it seem like it's done, or like it's kind of like quote unquote solved maybe, or like they've had discussions about maybe like whatever, but
Right.
it's meaning like, hey, we don't need to pry into this anymore, or like keep asking for statements on it, because it's basically going to be like no comments from these guys probably, or just you're not going to get more information from them exclusively, like, so it's probably just all speculation on what you hear because you're not really getting it from them. But yeah, UFC in terms of like what they could do for Dana or what could be done, yeah, I don't know. I don't see a punishment, I guess, kind of
Right.
at the end of the day. Should there be? I mean, obviously, it's kind of echoing with like kind of with Ariel Helwani kind of saying like if it was a commissioner or owner of any other like Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, like this is just everywhere, you know, and it's like obviously a negative bashing of the abuser, but yeah, phew, yeah, tough stuff. But yeah, I don't see a punishment though for Dana, at least within UFC.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like he's the one everybody answers to, and yeah, of course he has ESPN and other people that are, I guess, paying his check now or some of it. But yeah, I really don't know what they could do to make it
Just things that hurt
any
business,
impact.
like losing contracts and
Right.
things like that. Like that could have major repercussions, you know, maybe just in like a different way than maybe what it could normally be dealt with for these typical cases. But yeah, I mean, if he loses like certain deals just because companies don't ride, but again, it's business, man. UFC is a real, you know, driver of the needle in any, you know, so
Yeah.
yeah, it just kind of comes down to whatever, you know, just business ethical code you got. But yeah,
What do you guys think of this punishment? This is just on the fly. Now, we get Dana to be a ring card boy, but he holds up the domestic violence hotline number between rounds every round for a month of cards.
yeah. Oh man, does it down in Brazil? They can throw things at him.
Exactly. In Brazil, especially, that would be, oh my God. That would
That
be
would be amazing.
no. It's tough. You got to make light of this shitty situation because it seems like, again, the wife has already spoken about it. She seems like the air's clear there. It's obviously unfortunate. Don't ever want to see it happen, but gotta try and make light of it. Other news: Phil Baroni, who is MMA quote unquote legend. He's an old timer, big time CTE guy from people who know him. Was just arrested, I think today or yesterday, for murdering his girlfriend, also in Mexico. But pretty crazy stuff there. So MMA news is definitely still coming in even with no fights.
Dark clouds.
Big time.
Dark 2023 clouds over UFC and the start. Dang.
I know. Let's go into a little box. Let's get a little transition. I just want to know your guys' thoughts. Dylan Danis, do you think he ever fights in MMA or anything ever again, Book?
Yes. Pissed that he kind of backed out of this. But obviously, like, not that surprised. Like he's saying on the MMA Hour, he didn't have a team, didn't have a head coach.
Right.
Kind of was just like bouncing around, getting work in where he could. But yeah, I mean, he has a following. Like he's like, it's bizarre, but like he is relevant to an extent in MMA. And like I think the KSI fight was like a good kind of comeback. Like KSI's not that good of a boxer, but yeah, I think now, I mean, maybe he fights like Logan Paul and when he recovers from his knee injury, because I know that was in the works. But you know, I wouldn't mind just going back to SBG, training with Kavanaugh, training with that team, and just have a Bellator fight. Choke someone out in like 2 minutes, get yourself out there, and just show up for a fight. And I mean, he could easily win 2 fights and get signed by the UFC. Like easily.
Well, and that's the thing. I feel like he's dropping the ball on the MMA side because Scott Coker was giving him cans. You know what I mean? Like he had it all made. They were promoting him the right way, and then just kind of shit the bed. Did what he did here. I mean, I didn't really explicitly say it, but 10 days before he was supposed to box, KSI drops out of the fight. No one really knows why. Undisclosed reason so far. But kind of has done the same with Bellator. Had the knee injury. It's been a while. A bunch of people have had similar injuries and come back and had 1 or 2 fights since he's been out. I kind of feel for him. He had same issue as me. He had failed surgeries, ACL, so he had to get him again and shit like that. But still, running the mouth way too much for doing way too little. Kev, what do you think about him? You thinking we ever see old dildo Danis back in?
Oh man, if you didn't say those last about 3 sentences, you pretty much just softened the blow there for me from Mr. Danis.
I
But
know.
yeah, dude, like I don't even know this guy at all from fighting. Like, if you can't make it through a boxing camp and you don't have anything for boxing, your ass ain't going back to MMA. Come on. You thinking MMA training versus boxing training? I mean, sure, I'm sure you can be absolutely gassed with boxing training, but you can't tell me the wear and tear on your body versus MMA versus
Right.
boxing.
And
You know,
I guess the only thing he has going for him in the MMA is his jujitsu is so much superior than most other guys that it's like I feel like he'd have to put in less output for MMA than he would boxing almost. But again, it's a whole body thing, like you were saying. Like if you can't get prepared for that boxing camp, how in the hell are you going to do everything for the MMA camp?
yeah. And like if you're serious with it, like you're gonna find a coach or you're gonna get in somewhere. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to be like super glitz and glory, but you're gonna get somewhere. Like, it's Dylan Danis, like you guys are saying. Like you can't tell me that guy can't find like a tier 2 quality gym, out of like if you just kind of level them up,
for sure.
like yeah, like something that's pretty good. He'd be ready for that fight if if he's got enough dough to pay the coaches and whatever and go fight. But if he's not seeking that out, I don't know how serious he really is about like actually competing again, or at least right now.
Right. No, that makes total sense. Boog, who was Connor's boxing coach? Did he have one or did he?
Well, it was like for the boxing fight or just
Yeah,
like in general?
No, for Floyd.
Well, he stuck with his coaches. The Owen Roddy, who's a striking coach, was like the main guy
Damn.
for that camp. But he has said like since then that he wishes he went back to his like old Crumlin boxing gym for that fight
Sick.
because he's like gone since then and like boxed there and like gotten drills there and stuff like that. And he said if they did a rematch, he would, or if he did boxing again, he'd train there.
Yeah, I feel like going back to the home, that's like a storyline out of a movie too.
Oh
Going
yeah,
back to the roots and just
some old
hit
Irish
the
gym.
bag that's been there for fucking 50 years. Doof, doof. Damn, sick. Let's hope that happens. I was gonna ask you guys before or at the start too. I've had pizza my last 3 meals. Not good, not proud of it. But back in your playing days, did you have a specific go-to meal before games? Or was it just kind of whatever was there? Kev?
It was always like, yeah, it was never something I could have consistent unless I brought it with me. Um, but I never really had anything. Like once I knew maybe for playing like college in Missouri, if I knew like every time we were going to McDonald's before a game, like I knew what I'm getting at Mickey D's every time.
What's the McD order pregame?
I'm getting a large OJ, 2 sausage McGriddles. Let's go get doubles.
Wow.
Yeah. I loved it. I love sausage
Yes.
McGriddles. Like there were times I'm like, but then there were times where I'm like, Coach, I could get 2 more, but like, damn, I got 2 games to play today, man. One for each. But yeah, dude. But that was the go-to at McDonald's when we were going for sure. That was every time. Mickey D's, if it was any restaurant before a game, it was McDonald's every time.
McDonald's. Wow. Yeah. I mean, same. I mean,
and AI ball, baby.
Same with us, exactly. Sausage, if it's a morning game, sausage and egg McMuffin and a Coke. I mean, everything washed down with a Coke. And then high school, same thing, except
wow,
go McChickens instead. Keep it light. No lettuce. Can't have lettuce on the Sammy. That would have been the least of my fucking issues. Oh god. Boog, what about you?
Wait, Jim, what about the sausage on the CCS?
That was a one-time deal, and once and never again. I had I think it was breakfast burritos the day of the freaking it was the CCS championship, yeah. And we had leftover sausage, and your boy killed a bunch of it, just loaded full of salt. Ended up getting dehydrated and carted off the field. That my hand, I went Frankenstein locked out, and freaking it was bad. But
Yo, been there. I've been dehydrated too, man.
dehydrated and heat stroke. Yeah, I forget how many. I think it was an 11 inning game or something like that. But it was sick. I mean, we won. Don't remember the last half inning and a half. But yeah, breakfast burritos off the playing menu. Let's just say that.
Yeah, dude.
Boog Meek, what about you? You guys go healthy, or are you a?
Well, as I got older, I kind of did, but like young. Oh, I was always like a eat after guy, especially like travel ball stuff like that. Like I'd just be like between games, I'd be like just wait till in and out after. But
You
honestly,
were
like
kids that would have their dad bring them a fucking hot dog in the dugout.
yeah, no, I hate the freaking all these kids on my team would do that, and I'd just be like, bro,
shake my head.
let me get this fucking 7 innings out of the way and let's go. But no, when I played soccer, I remember I would do like a bagel with like only ketchup and cheese. That was like a soccer pregame, and then a few mornings
Damn.
I did bagel with one slice of ham, one slice of cheese, microwave for a minute, and then
Oh, that's respectable. The first one, what in the world?
bro, that was for some reason soccer. That's what I was just.
Were you making that
go-to.
yourself, or was TS making just a home?
TS.
I guess it's just grilled cheese. I mean, what am I thinking?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Okay.
sounds a lot worse when you described it as cheese and ketchup on a bagel.
Because I had it
That
one game
all
and I had a
dry
goal,
on it.
and so I was like, "Fuck it, keep giving it to me."
Keep them coming, TS. Wow, that's a good one. Also a Coke and Snickers in Little League, or a donut, whatever's at the snack shack. That's another biggie. All right, let's keep going. All right, back to MMA. What are we thinking? If you had to go one round with the champ of your weight class, or a whole fight with Amanda Nunes, what do you think you would have a better chance of winning? Kev?
Am I going to be bigger than Nunes in the fight?
I mean, yeah. She's her size. You're coming.
She has to get down to 145, and I can just fight normal weight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh wow. I mean, I'd probably take that because I'm not fighting Alex Volkanovski. Sorry about it.
One round.
Well, hell no, bro. If you're getting doled out to Ortega and then somehow take off the noose and win, I don't want it, man. I don't want it. I'm going Nunes. I'm probably still gonna get tapped, but
exactly. No, I feel 100%. I'm still gonna get wrecked. I guess the question would be, what do you think would be less embarrassing? Would it be losing to Nunes, or would it be getting just? I mean, it's not embarrassing either way. I guess there's no way to phrase this. You know what I mean?
I think, to be honest with you, I would be thinking about it how if I'm actually in there and if I'm staring across Amanda Nunes, who I also know is an absolute G, or if I'm staring across Alex Volkanovski, who am I more effing freaked out? It's Volk.
For sure.
I don't want to be in there one-on-one with Volk. I mean, I would take my odds against Amanda and whatever. How long can I last?
Do you think you could land any good licks if it just close in distance in the first couple seconds? You just charge in? Are you just dive bombing?
Oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. But do I think I touched somebody? I don't think so. Maybe I'll touch a wrist trying to get in, and they just like see it and they just go, "Nice try, bitch," and then just boom, boom.
Right, arm drag to your back onto it's so
they could do whatever they could just hurl me around. I could be a circus act in there for 20.
Yeah, no. Boog, what do you think? What's your weight class? Let's go over that first.
It'd probably be 170. Probably be
not for this. I'd cut a little weight.
Well, that's another thing. Like, do I have like kind of like a month to train? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I give you a little. I'd say, you got a little time to do it.
Think about if you were to actually get a fight. What weight would you go to? That's what I thought.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
I mean, I'd probably
5, so I'm going to 145. I can diet down that and then cut like 8 pounds and get it down.
Cav, you've already proved yourself to us. You can cut weight.
Go ahead, Brooke. My bad. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. But I'd probably say 170. Leon, and then honestly, I'd probably pick him over Amanda just because I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of just faint, and like
you better get him in Utah.
Realistically, you could just like take one bad shot, not lean left to right because head kick obviously. Take one bad shot, fall, and then everything else is just just wait for Herb to jump in. I mean, but like better chance of winning. I mean, shit, if Pena could do it.
Oh, stop.
Who knows? Who knows?
Stop it.
Anything's possible.
It's true. Kevin Garnett did say that, but I don't think that's true. Fuck. I think Boog, I think I go with you on this one. And it's not I would go I think I dropped down to 170. I clocked in at 181 today. What?
If you're 170, you'd beat my ass, bro.
That's without sonning for a couple weeks. Could you imagine if I freaking just hopped in? I would be quick down to 70. But Leon, I feel like you said, Boog, you're getting a lot of movement. But if he's fighting someone he knows is just fucking exactly, he's just gonna be throwing the sickest highlight reel finishes you think of.
Oh
yeah. But either way, I think getting knocked out by Leon is better than getting choked by Nunes. At least I'm getting on the clips. You know what I mean? The Nunes choke out will get lost in the Instagram algorithm quick. Leon one will live.
That's what we need, baby.
Right? That's exactly. No, that's I was just thinking about that earlier today because I was like, I really don't know. I like you said, Kev, stand no chance against Nunes whatsoever, but I would just be thoroughly embarrassed. I don't care. Even now, girls in jiu-jitsu that are like white belts will strangle me, and I'm like, fuck. I know I shouldn't be embarrassed or give a shit, but totally do. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, next MMA question. Would you guys like to see more trades in MMA? Cross promotional trades, I guess. Like we talked about last time, Ryzen and Bellator, which Bellator swept. They won all 5, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Bellator swept. I guess kind of opens the door to like more of the promotions talking and working with each other. Do you guys think that promotions should have more trades between each other like in the future? Boog?
Like trades or like cross promotion events?
Cross or trades. I just feel like the cross promotion kind of opens the door for them to work.
Yeah. I think like one when it's like when it benefits both like fighters, kind of like one doesn't have a way back to the title or maybe have some rifts with the promotion they're with, like that could help. And then but it's really tough with like skill level, so like because everyone can fight when you get to that level,
right?
Like sure. the AJ McKees, the Pit Bulls, those guys could fight UFC level guys. I'm not saying they could beat UFC level guys, but they could, they can get in there and be fine, like be confident. So I think it's about your personality and also like if it works like for you, the promotion, like it's got to be perfect. That's really like the Askren DJ was kind of perfect for both promotions, even though one kind of got the better of it, I'd say.
Do you think, I feel like the UFC, for better or worse of what Askren was,
I mean,
launched Masvidal and the whole thing, and God knows what. I mean, I don't want to say Masvidal is the reason Trump won presidency, but if you tie it all back to Florida, Masvidal, Askren, ONE FC, I think this is an inside job for Japan. I hate to say it. No, but like you said, that was I feel like that was a win-win for both, for better or worse. Kev, what are your thoughts on cross promotional trades? Ugh.
I don't see too many like trades, to be honest. I mean, that's like, I mean, we're only looking at, I mean, is this only like the only documented trade that we've seen within MMA?
I feel like there's been more. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but not there. There definitely hasn't been many at all. So yeah, even if let's just say it is the only example.
Yeah, I mean, trading would also have a level of diminish. I think it would diminish value of a free agent if you know have the ability to get traded. So that's why I think free agency for these fighters when they get in there is so big. You know, and I mean, it's almost kind of seemed like a glory land because it doesn't sound like you get there. Like you always get extended and you always get extended. It's like, you know, very rarely do you, I guess, guys really fight out their deals that are like really top caliber guys or guys that are making high money.
Exactly. I guess we're seeing that with Paulo right now, kind of.
A little bit. I mean, if whatever he said was like 70 and 70, if that's true, you know, if he's trying to find more, don't blame him. I mean, huge dice roll if you go out. And I think even if you just show good performance, that's the thing. Like, you can lose and still come out of it to the table with a good amount of money that's higher than 70 and 70 if you fight Whitaker to a solid fight.
Right.
But I get it, you know, he wants his coin. But yeah, I don't know. And then even with the cross promotional, I would say the like UFC, I don't think ever would get involved in that. Just because like once I saw like just from clips, because I think there's college football on. I didn't really watch the full event because it was also tape delayed.
Right.
So if you could go to IG, like that would never if UFC was tied to that, that would be unacceptable.
Yeah.
But yeah, then once I saw AJ McKee with like ropes, like it wasn't a cage, I was completely disinterested.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is like an amateur fight. Like, is this going on his pro record? Like, I mean, he's doing Bellator, huge, solid. Like, this is huge. Like, I get like maybe that business ish side of it, but yeah, I mean, just from a straight fan's perspective, like I said, I was like, so McKee can't like take this guy into the fence, take him down. Like, there's no, like I said, MMA element to it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to college football.
Yeah, no, the tape delay thing is a whole nother issue, and it's
so you already knew who won.
Exactly,
which is completely pointless. It's for a sweep job. Like, all right, dang, no, there's just like no climax to it. Just Bellator smashed.
Yeah, no, and it was posted everywhere on social media because you could buy the pay-per-view to watch it live, or you could wait for it to be on Showtime. It's like who's gonna? And it was at 2 a.m. But I like what you said about the free agents. Is there a free agent on the market that you would like the UFC to sign, or is there anybody that you would like to see get the free agencies sign anywhere else in the upcoming future?
Ooh. That second part I hadn't thought of, but with that free agent, I'd like to see Eddie Alvarez get back in the UFC.
Wow.
I think it's, you know, I don't know weight class wise where he might be really looking, but Eddie Alvarez back in the UFC. I know there's a little beef and past with Chandler. So I'm thinking 55, 70-ish for Eddie, who's probably what, like late 30s, give or take. So I don't know if he's a title contender. So I don't know if it makes sense to sign him, but you can get some fun fights out of him. Hopefully you can maybe get some money if Eddie, you know, gets some wins and really pumps himself back up. You know, he can definitely do some good business, I think.
Oh, for sure. I like that one. And I feel like Eddie's always kind of, like you said, a fun fighter. Him Chandler would be good. That's from the McGregor fight back, though. I think Eddie's got it.
Yeah, I mean, just again, like the fact that you have options potentially.
Right.
Hell, I mean, Eddie could chirp his way in there with McGregor if McGregor just wants to do a
nice tune-up.
Yeah, you know, I guess if he's looking at it like a nice little house cleaning.
Yeah.
But
that would be sweet, though. I mean, shit. He's I didn't realize that he was a free agent. Yeah, that would be a good signing. And I feel like you don't lose anything on that. He's already a name people know. people are going to want to see him come back, even if it's for a 1-fight deal. You're going to get eyes for that 1 fight. I dig that. Boog, what about you? You got any free agent pickups or trades you would like to see made in MMA?
Well, I do want to say, like, just briefly on that other point, like, I feel like if, like, say Bellator, like, had a guy who was, like, pretty outspoken and, like, got a couple of impressive wins and was like, I'm going to stick with Bellator, but, like, constantly call out UFC guys to UFC, maybe they could do, like, not like a whole, like, five Bellator versus 5 UFC, but just, like, a main event. Like, if the champion wants the champion from Bellator. I think they've done that before with, like, Dan Henderson and, like Anderson Silva.
So, well, that brings up another point. The UFC ended up buying out that company. Now,
and then he came over and
exactly.
did that.
Well, so I think they did it before, and then the UFC ended up buying him out. So it was like they ended up with everyone who was a part of that, anyways.
Yeah.
But people are saying Bellator is strapped for cash right now. What do you think about the UFC buying Bellator out and just saying, fuck it? We got the
That
best
would be
down.
very Strike Force-esque, but
Right.
that'd be sick. And honestly, the first guy who comes to mind would be probably I want to say Yoel, but I mean, we've already said we've already seen that, but I kind of want to see Mike Perry back in MMA.
Ooh. He's done well for himself. He looks like, I don't think he would come back. He's making what looks like good money over at BKFC.
Yeah,
He's
and they give him freedom to box, like,
right.
But hey, McKeeb, obviously, like, he didn't really back up. I like finishes, not decisions. So
yeah. Dude, that whole card was decisions, I think. Or
yeah,
pretty
Shut up. Was it really?
just a brutal viewing event. But yeah. But did you have any trades? What if I said you got a magic wand, you get to trade anybody from the UFC, do another promotion for somebody else? What would you do?
I
would call you Turner White, but we might have to fight.
That's a great question. Probably off the top of my head, McKee for Holloway. I mean, it could be better, but
dude, I have the same exact thing written down. That is so fucking crazy. Wow.
That was just I don't know, the first thing that came.
That's honestly, I will send you the screenshot. That's fucking crazy. I said Holloway too. I don't know why. I think he's just, like you said, like he fits that perfect mold of someone who could do well for them, but a tad bit past his prime, maybe. He's lost the champ 3 times. I feel like he'd be a prime guy to trade. It would fucking kill me to see him over.
Yeah,
holy shit.
It'd be tough for like UFC. Like, it's just like even though his situation is like very tradable, I feel like his character and following is tough to trade.
Oh yeah, that's I mean he'll always bring so much to the table. That he's one of the guys people will watch till he retires. Damn, that really is crazy though. Holy shit. Another one I had is kind of like mind blowing. I want DJ back. So I said Holloway for DJ. I want to see Demetrius at the helm teaching these fools a lesson. And I know him and Cejudo have kind of buddied up since and are training together, but I think he could come in and just be right where he left off. He could get the title back easy. He doesn't look like he's lost a step at all. But yeah, that's trades. Yeah, I think they would be good for MMA, but like you guys said, it's kind of tough. It's the same thing as doing cross promotional. Someone's always going to kind of be on the losing end, whether or not it's seen that way. Shoot. Okay, let's one more. Actually, fuck it. Cav, you brought up a good question. Um, if you could replay any game from any time of your life, I assumed it was sporting or sports related.
Yeah.
What game would you replay? Let's start with you. Your question. I'll let you go first.
No. So I was thinking like you just go back and replay the game. So it's like if you want it to be like the same events because you want to like replay something like that, or if you want to like avenge a loss and just like click reset and then just
Oh,
go play
shit.
it again. So that's just kind of like I didn't know like creatively like where you thought.
I didn't even think of the first part. I only thought of changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you just wanted to go back for a 5 for 5, just
That's sick.
double homer
I don't think I have.
slugfest. Like who doesn't want to just go back and have like Cocoa
I don't
Pebbles
think.
after the game, just feeling like bombs?
I don't think I had a single game where it was that good where I'd be like, I need to go revisit.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I like that. I hope that's what you choose to do. Fucking go
My
live the
first
story.
my first thought definitely was a positive relive, mainly just because it's still, or at least just I remember the at bat of when
Yeah.
I hit my first ever home run over a fence.
Wow.
So and our team also won the game. Like I remember like had a couple hits, but yeah, first ever home run was at Union Little League. So if you were 12 years old in majors, like we played interleague, like you didn't only play like Lincoln Glen teams, right? Didn't you guys interleague
Yeah,
with
we
someone
played
too?
Willow Glen.
There you
It
go.
used
So
to
we
be
played
Brandon
Union.
Hills.
Yeah, I know that was always just LG, just easy cleaning for W's. But so yeah, we did Union. But yeah, my first tank was at Union Little League, not
That's
even at the home Branham Hills. But yeah, oh man, but yeah, we won the game. I think we 10 run ruled them. Like it was just
Did you
we
get the game
smashed.
ball?
Oh, I got that ball, Hondo P, dude.
Hell
Yeah, I put it right in my bag. I was just like, I sat on the bench with this like the biggest smile. I had like little tears. I was like,
yeah.
I finally hit a homer. Like, thank God. I didn't know I was 12. I was like, this is my last chance.
Oh
Like, I
shit!
gotta get, well,
I
for
didn't even,
major, at least Little League, because
yeah, I
like
didn't even think
everybody I had known like have hit homers, you
Cardinelli's
know?
dropping dick every other
Oh,
AB.
dude, he was on my team, bro. Oh, God, home. This guy was Bonds, man. So
Well,
many runners
that's
in
why you
scoring
could just
position.
naturally
The
walk.
little, yeah, man. Yeah, the
Um,
fucking little boys walking right here. So
he
walk
was
the dog.
legit. I got to play hard key with him. He was like
Yeah.
the nicest kid fucking ever.
Oh yeah. Played at Davis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he was a dude.
That's sick. All right, that's your good one. Now
Yeah.
you're changing the past. What's your
If
other?
I'm Yeah, see if I'm going back to a game in college. We were in the conference tournament and we had a chance to knock out the number one seed and potentially burst their bubble to try and have them get into the tournament. Because you had to usually, if you didn't win our league, you had to have a pretty strong at large,
Mhm.
in which they did. But in NAI, I didn't really know how shit works, like rankings wise. You never really know. It's not like as laid out as like a D1, D2 kind of thing.
Exactly.
But yeah, we knew like if they got 1 and 2 in their conference tournament, trying to make it, it's not going to look good. But yeah, so push comes to shove. Our starting pitcher dealt went 9 1/3, and it was like 1-1. Yeah, it was like 1-1-0-0. I think it was 1-1.
Throwing
And
more than 9.
oh, dude, this was our go home game.
Yeah.
Like if
Just
you win
ride.
double a limb, we were 1-1. We had to win 3 to just get to the ship, I think. And this was our guy for that game. And just as long as we stayed competitive, he was in.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, but we had an error on a double play ball that went way up the line on the throw. So it cleared it ended up like clearing the bases. It killed momentum. They scored like 5, maybe, or 6 in like the top of the 10th. So we lost like 7-1.
Fuck.
But
After that.
so we were right there. And their pitcher went like 9 or 10. I think it might have been an 11 inning game, but he was just on too. But yeah, oh goodness gracious! Like I have an at bat that could have changed the game. That I just hit a one hop to third base, and he had the easy force to second for the throw. It was a runner in scoring position, 2 outs in the 8th. tie game would have been a knock, or at least or send him, just
Right.
something. But it was just right at him, and I was like, oh, I got to first base. Like, this was the big moment. I was like, fuck, like, damn, dude. Now it's the ninth. I knew they came back around. They had like the middle of their lineup. I was like, we needed one. Like, I just didn't feel confident. But yeah, it was that would be the one I'd just replay and see what happens.
Now, would you take that pitch, or would you do something different with that pitch, knowing what it was?
Ooh, I love that. I would go right back. I would swing at the first pitch of the at bat.
Fuck yeah. It's always the
Give
best.
me, yep. I was sitting heater coming out 0-0. First pitch was just a lollipop, get me over. I wasn't looking for it, so I didn't want to just pull trig,
Especially
but it was
in the
just,
eighth, you're trying to
yeah,
fucking work
right.
shit.
You know, and even if I'm eventually sitting breaker maybe in that at bat, I'm good going to the right side. So if he just throws a heater, I can just flick it, see if I can get it through. But yeah, I was sitting on. Let's just see if he just throws me a get over fastball right now because it was a walk. He'd walk somebody, then it was me first and third.
You definitely can't swing.
Yeah, two down, just and I was just like, didn't see that, but that was the pitch. Boom. It's like, damn. So yeah, that would be the pitch to hack at right there. Was the first pitch. Just get
Could you
over
imagine
third.
dropping dick on that one? Just,
Ooh, dude, it was
a bad slip that you
320
gave
tall, short fence, like maybe. Oh, dude, if I would have hit a tank, oh my god, I might have gotten ejected. I would have gotten so rowdy, dude. Oh, what a
that's
nut.
awesome.
And we were the home team too, so we would have had to get 3 in the because it was 1-1, so we coin flipped at home, and we were the home team.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
That's
our tournament was kind of weird like that, but yeah, I would have been pissed if I was the 1 seed. I'm home no matter the fuck what.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
fuck that. I love that. Bug.
Yeah.
What about you? What are we changing? Are we going back to the injury, the OG injury?
Oh shoot, the shoulder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or do you have a good and a bad?
Well, I would say I'm kind of like I feel like the shoulder like had to happen in a way, even though like it sucked, it kind of needed to happen. But I would say good. I mean, any of my 3 Lincoln Glen champion. I mean, that doesn't get better than Little League. My first ship, 11-year-old year, literally farm, AA, AAA, second place. And then my first 2 years in majors, one was with you. We just last place, terrible red team. And then 11-year-old year. Huh?
So that was a fun team though. It was me, you, and a bunch of fucking schmoes.
Oh yeah. Capital schmo.
Exactly.
But yeah, the first one, it was like right when Braun was getting his first title too. So like it was like the same like kind of thing. So and then I pitched 85 pitches,
Jesus.
5 2/3, didn't get the last out. And then
did you have to get pulled for the last bat?
Yeah, and then it was like we couldn't get the guys out, and then dink over the third baseman's head. They sent in the guy from third, and I just hosed him at home.
Oh wow!
And I always remember, like I think I forgot what Olympics it was. Sidney Crosby scored the game-winning goal against the USA overtime, and immediately mouthpiece, helmet, gloves, like he just did it. And I wanted to do that so badly for so long. And then when it finally, I was like hat, glove, and just
oh my god,
it was like the greatest feeling ever.
Act like you've been there before. Turner Eugene, let's go.
I hadn't, man. I had not.
Big
I remember my dad thought I was gonna come celebrate to him, and I ran right past him. I was like,
"Oh, that's horrible."
I'm running to the pile, baby.
That's really funny. That's a good one though. I like that. That
was awesome.
Kind of sketchy at the end, but you saved the day on both ends.
Dude, both my regular season titles, I pitched 5 2/3. Couldn't get the last out.
Got to be a contact pitcher, man.
Dude,
you don't need the K's.
So and one of them was like batter 9, and come to find out, Evan Feynman like turned to my brothers and was like, "This game's over." And the guy, like, first pitch, he hit it like right past me, and I like looked, and I saw like Feynman coming to take me out, and I'm like,
Fuck.
that did not just happen.
Evan Feynman, ultimate ledge. That guy, quick Evan Feynman story. Joe Russo said that he had a crush on this guy's daughter, and so he called her before a game. This is on the red. Do you remember that book? He called her
I think so, yeah.
and he was like, "Hey Maggie, I just want to let you know, Joe Russo thinks you're cute," and Joe was standing right there, just red face. He's a classic. I mean, one of the funniest things of all Little League. That's a good one. Do you have a bad one you would go to, Book?
Not really bad, but I would say there was a game my senior year, basketball, against Branham at home, and like obviously like first time playing Branham because of the new how they did the leagues that year,
right?
And like I knew new kids on their team just from like other sports, like Little League and stuff like that.
Shout out Brandon, getting another shout out.
Yeah, literally.
I'm telling you, man, Bruins, get the brewing out, boys.
But no, yeah, we played them the first time at their place, and like we kind of underestimated them, and they smoked us. And then the second time was the first time they did that MS game. You know how they did those like that big like, and it was, so there's a bunch of people, but it used to just be the girls, and it was the first year they included the guys. So there was like just hella people, and then there was outside drama with the girls team because like they wanted it to be all orange and we wanted it to be Hawaiian theme. So it was just a bunch of stuff going down. But, like it was a packed house, and like I played well. Like I like remember like hitting 2 threes to begin the game, and like fucking just 6-man like turned me up. But fucking it went down to the wire, and then like the last play of the game, like it was RJ had the ball and like he like went and missed. And I didn't have the hot hand. I had the hot hand for the game, but not like during that time. Like
right.
Me and him were both scoring, and I was totally fine with him like taking the shot. And like I went over to him, like high-fived him, and he was like, "Why didn't you come get the ball from me?" And like right then I was like,
fuck.
I was like, I'm not that fucking guy who like I have to take the last shot. But and then I get to the locker room, and of course Tay from Colorado like texts, "Why did you not? What the fuck are you doing? Go get the ball." And I'm just like, I just sat back and I'm just like, fuck, because it's just like there was just so many people there. It was a great game. Like I played great, and we just couldn't finish it off with a dub.
And I want to say, you play well in front of a crowd. You don't shy back. One of the sickest moments, I think it's on. Is it on YouTube? Your buzzer beater in front of all like the whole crowd.
Oh no, I wish. I think Kevin Sullivan might have that game. Shout out, but
someone. Well, I'll give it a little. You can add in where needed, but JV game goes into OT, right? And
buzzer beater to send it to OT. Gurdeep.
I forgot that kid existed. I love Gurdeep. Wow. Fucking Gurdeep. That's sick. He was a board machine, Windex. But send it to OT. So the whole crowd for I forget what game, but we have like a
senior night.
Was it senior night? So everyone's
Hawaiian senior night, yeah.
Everyone's there early, and then they go into OT. Something happens. We're in the back. I don't really see much, but we're all like out on the side waiting for the game to end. And Boog Meek hits a buzzer beater 3. Was that the Conor McGregor one where you look down at?
No, that was when I was Johnny, but I like fell right by the 6-man, and I just called him on, and they just
dogpile only to be ushered off by I forget who was there pulling him off of you, but it was like
TS.
The TS, I forgot. Yeah. The sickest thing ever. And then I think we went and got beat probably. But Boog Meek, highlight of the senior night was the JV buzzer beater. So sick.
Yeah, TS was like, he's like, I was pulling guys off, and then I'm like, two of my players. I'm like, what are you
Was
guys
it
doing?
Josh
Like,
and someone
yeah,
else?
like Josh and Kenny like ran over two, and he's like, what the fuck? Why are you guys in this fucking pile?
They are fucking dipshits. That's so them though. So Josh Lynn just be like,
Literally fucking comedy.
I love that though. Going back to take the final shot. Boom. All right. Well, I'll do mine, I guess. Let's see. If I had a good one, I think I go both of mine are gonna be basketball related. Senior year, but both the same year. Highs and lows. I think the Westmont tournament, the first game of I think the first real game of the season, went for 24 points, had a bunch of boards, was just a dish machine. And then Coop Wilson, I absolutely love you, but I didn't see the ball much on the offensive end after that. Sad. No, it wasn't all him. We just our plays at Willow Glen were never ran through big men. So when we finally had like a big guy, it was like I feel like no one had done it for like their whole time playing. You know what I mean? No teams had a big guy, so it was like never really had to dish inside. But that was like probably the best basketball game I think I've ever had. And it was after coming off a year layoff, didn't play junior year.
Just, what's ring rust, baby?
That's what I mean. It was sick.
No, that was
started late senior year, didn't play summer league, didn't play any of the winter stuff. Just hopped right
honestly storybook. Sick.
Out of shape as fuck, let me tell you. I mean, I never had good basketball cardio, but it was especially bad. But no, so that was probably the highlight. Like I said, me and Coop Wilson, we were destined to be a dynamic duo, but shit just didn't turn out. And then later in the season, this is the one I'd have to replay if I had to choose one. It was the one getting game I got hurt. And now like you said, Boog, I feel like it was going to happen regardless. But not there. I mean, the game started off so well. We ran red, just flare out. I hit a reverse pivot, drills the guy with the elbow, Kev. Absolutely drill him with an elbow. He's like looking for the foul. I drive, make the opening layup.
Oh, dude, you've got some razors, I bet. You probably smoked a guy.
I got one on video out of my whole career, and it is incredible. I'll send you the video. Have you never seen the YouTube? Oh, you're in for a treat.
Of a teenage Jimmy with just razor blades.
Yeah.
Just
one of the greatest YouTube videos ever.
I might have to post the link in the description.
Yes.
Fucking comedy.
Give it to the people.
So I start the game off like that, and then we go down. It's Piedmont Hills. We're losing pretty bad. And I think we started coming back, but your dad puts me in the game, and I look to Rob Jones. I go, I'm about to be a liability. I remember saying, it's like ingrained in my memory because I was like so pissed off. I was gonna go just fucking lay another bow on someone. And karma fucking ate my ass so quick. I got a rebound, long rebound off of three, and I dribbled out instead of hitting the outlet like I was always taught. Took it down the lane myself, and the guy cut me off, puts his knee into mine, and it just fucking a seal to gone. Oh. And yeah, if I had to go back, I would just throw it to Kenny for the outlet pass. I mean, it would have saved me a whole lot of trouble. But I feel like getting that taken care of senior year as opposed to fucking later in life was better than, you know what I mean? It's a good time to get hooked on pills as opposed to being 35 and really have money for real drugs. So I guess that's a positive to that. Shit. Let's finish off. One more thing.
Jim, hold up. Would you, if you could do it over again, would you rep a different number?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. The story 24, Meeker wore it, got hurt. Someone before him, I feel like there was someone else too. I don't know. Kevin Ware. Shout out. No, Tammy, the 24 and the Marquette Willow Glen uniforms were just bad luck. If I had to do it over again, I would have probably, I don't know. What number would I have taken?
Yeah, like 41, Dirk, fucking Kev style.
So I
No, because that one Vince guy wore it, so it's
couldn't
like
steal. That's what I mean. It had everything
no
had
one
bad
wanted to
choo-choo.
touch it again. Yeah.
25. I wasn't gonna force that issue. Um, not that I could have anyways. He had it. It was his jersey. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I would have just stayed with 24. I'm not a big superstition guy. I think it was just all meant to happen, unfortunately. But, fuck. Yeah, that's a good question. 24. Fucking burn that shit. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, last one. I'm debating. All right, what's something that happened in 2022 that changed the trajectory of your life? I know it's a big one. It can be something small, be something huge. Like I'll start. Mine's jujitsu. So started actually a year ago to this day, January 4th. I mean, I did it a little bit before, but I started back at the gym January 4th of 2022, and I feel like that changed the trajectory of my life. Just because fuck, I'm always there. It's a good workout. It got me back into shape. It got me fucking wanting to work out and do shit again. And I got a sick black eye from it.
Sweet black guy.
Yeah. But I feel like, yeah, jujitsu, and then I also started spending money like I actually had it. Before I was always so what's the polite word? Frugal, I guess. I don't know if that's polite. You can't say anything these days. But um I'm like, fuck it. Just start spending money. Who cares? I I don't really care. So yeah, those are my two. Boog, what about you?
Well, first I'll say a good word for that is not being Tay Meek with your money because he's very right there with you.
Hands up.
But
I'm not saying it.
um, I would say I would say how this school semester finished up just a couple weeks ago.
Fuck yeah.
I think it was tough. A lot of highs, a lot of lows. Not only in that, but kind of just the whole 2022. I think that was like just served as a big kind of pick me up and a big like motivator to finish school and kind of like I talked about the other night, like get myself going towards, being more of like an adult and taking care of,
Sure.
how shit's gonna be, getting a job and post grad life. So yeah, just probably
yeah.
how that finished out. And by the way, finished out good. So
I was gonna say I was gonna add that. Fucking smashed all 6 classes. One of the fucking finals, the teacher wrote back saying, "Such a good grade. We're gonna give the whole grade a bump." I mean, that's the shit you can't write. And you were saying the day before you took these tests, I'm not really studying. I mean, you studied a little bit, but you went in, you either know it or you don't.
I'm just swaying the head and fucking swinging, baby. That's all it is. Give me a
Love that.
bang and fucking
Rocky
take me
Meeker,
away.
Turner, Rocky, Edwards, Meeker. Kev,
Wow.
what's yours?
I'm thinking that changed trajectory.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. That's what I mean. That's like a big word, but it can be something small, something that you're gonna keep doing from 2022. And just something.
I would say I think just maybe with like teaching, but I think I kind of looked at least kind of how things have kind of progressed and more on like a longer scale. So like maybe where I was at from like the personal side of things and like work side of things back in like 2018, give or take 2019, where I was just kind of like working part-time jobs, didn't quite know what to do, like low-key post-grad limbo, because like I had like my mindset I wanted a college coach. But then once that like concaved on itself so quick, like I had really no like plan B, or like I didn't really know what else to do. like I tried PE teaching before, but like I had no intention of really like knowing if that was what I wanted to do. Like I just knew I was like, if I'm living at home, I need a job. Like, let's try this. But yeah, I don't know. I like where I've kind of been moving, but I mean, teaching's been good because I like working with the kids and stuff. Like, you know, a lot of them really, you know, kind of take to me and stuff like that. So kind of going every day to a place where like you have to value something or like understand that like quote unquote like something's on the line like every day since you're always around the kids. Like,
And
know,
you
it's something
have of some value. It's a job that you're actually
exactly.
giving back and appreciated. You know what I mean? Maybe not by
Yeah.
the community, but definitely by the kids.
Yeah, exactly. Just like just the ability to make someone's day. You
Mhm.
know, it's just what happens that I'm around like 7-year-olds, so it might be maybe a little easier if you can get them to
Yeah,
smile. You know what I mean?
right.
But yeah, so I would say something, you know, stuff like that. So that having that every day definitely has like a good drive
Fuck
for
it.
me. But kind of piggybacking off like with your jujitsu and stuff, like maybe one or two more like extracurriculars, quote unquote. Because like I play baseball, play softball. Like TBH, I would love to try and like if guys were local to get in like basketball on like a Sunday. It's like all this stuff's like once a week, just to like, hey guys, you like instead of us like hooping 3-on-3 at books and let's just all just play at a local spot. You know,
Exactly.
it's just something, you know, like just for overall fitness, staying athletic, like, you know, like I don't know, to me lifting all the time can get boring. Like I still want to be athletic and agile, you know, like
Exactly.
20, you know, I'm 28 years old. Like I still want to be, you know, loose and fluid for a good amount of time, you know. So, you know, obviously we're all still, you know, really young guys.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good one. And I think leagues and stuff are slowly coming back. I would love to. I know the like Mitch and Mikey, those guys were doing an intramural league or what do they call them? Not intramural, but like an old man's league, I guess, for
Yeah,
Adults.
just men's leagues.
yeah, men's
Yeah.
there you go. For basketball. That would be fun if we got all the books and guys the one night a week go join
Yeah,
a
dude.
because
It'd be so fun.
they'd be somewhat always competitive too. You know what I mean? For I don't care how out of shape we are, playing basketball for as long as we did, I feel like there's always that edge we have. And
And we can enter some level of a division too,
oh yeah,
probably. You
100%.
know, so we could just be competing with people that could play like us. That'd be fun.
I would love to play against some old dudes and just fucking run some old heads up and down the court.
Who
I need
wouldn't,
to get
dude?
on Rycal's booty program so I could be yamming though. My yam game's weak right now.
We'll get you back to 24-12, baby.
Love
Feed
that.
you like D Howard back in
Just
the
a double
post.
double machine. I'm not looking for that third stat line. Just a dub. Um fuck. Well, boys, we've done it again. Thank you for doing this. I guess that's it. Until next time, I look like I should be receiving a medal in 1980s just beating the US.
Loving that.
But until next time, peace out. Latro. Boom.